So, before I start this review, let me get my prejudices out of the way. I love Burnout. I am a Twitch racer through and through. If my rig is going less than 200 miles per hour, I get bored. So you can keep your highfalutin, super realistic Gran Turismos and MotoGPs, Burnout's my brand. But what about this one, Burnout Paradise? Criterion's first entry onto the next-gen platforms is supposed to be the biggest and best of them all. More events, better graphics, the largest soundtrack yet, and an open-world sandbox set ripe with discoveries and secrets to explore? How can this not be the best Burnout ever? Well, I've got some issues. Alright, let me start by saying that Paradise is a good game. It really is. Man, they dropped the ball in some spots. We'll start with the graphics. Paradise is, well, Paradise. The cars are beautiful, they shine and shimmer in the setting sun, and when they crash, damn. Pieces fly everywhere in a deadly elegant shower of sparks and shrapnel. No bodies though, EA doesn't swing that way. In fact, you won't see any people at all as you traverse through Paradise City and the surrounding country. The scenery's nice, nothing will blow you away, but nothing will detract from your experience either. The only really glaring issue comes from pedestrian traffic. There's only about 20 different models, so you'll be seeing the same cars over and over. Also, they seem to have a somewhat short draw-in distance, which can become a major issue. If you're speeding along on a narrow road and out of nowhere a bus suddenly appears right in front of you, man, that sucks. It's not a big deal, but if you're in the middle of a race, it can be a pain. Alright, let's move on to music. Now what about that largest soundtrack ever? I'm not going to debate music preferences here. Either you'll like the songs or you won't, but they really mislead you. Of the 70 tracks, 40 of them are by mainstream and alternative artists, but the other 30 are arranged scores from previous Burnout games. Yes, nearly half the music in this game is recycled from previous titles, going all the way back to the first Burnout for the PS2, and most of it isn't very good. As for the remainder of the sound effects, they're okay. Crashes bang, boom, and tinkle, and explosions rattle everything. Gameplay-wise, Burnout is a lot of fun, if a little repetitive. When you start out, the map is a clean slate. It seems the developers are really pushing exploration here. You don't immediately have access to any of the events. You need to go out and find them. There are 120 in all, consisting of 4 different types. Marked man events challenge you to get from one point of the map to another. There's no time limit, but you have limited life and there's an endless supply of enemies whose only goal is to destroy you. Road Rage challenges you to take down a set number of opponents before your own car's demise or the clock runs out. Burning Labs have you racing a specific car against the clock in order to unlock an upgraded version of that car. And then there are races. You and up to 7 other racers tear it up in an effort to reach one of 8 predetermined finish lines. That's right, there are technically only 8 finish lines on the entire map. Where you start depends on the event location marker, but you'll end up in the same places over and over. And this presents one of Burnout's main problems. If this is supposed to be an open world, realistically flying by the seat of your pants racer, why are there only 8 finish lines? After only a couple of races, you'll find yourself relying on a few standard routes and shortcuts, completely ignoring the rest of its complex world. You pretty much have to. With no boundaries during the events, one wrong turn will make you lose. I mean, if you're cruising along at 300 miles per hour and you take what you think is a shortcut and get stuck on the highway, you're screwed. So you stick to what you know. The other thing that makes the game repetitive is that you are forced to do the same events over and over. Paradise uses a license system to advance. You complete so many events, your license upgrades, you get new cars, and the difficulty ramps up. Then you repeat the process. The unfortunate thing is that every time you open a new license level, the game wipes away what events you have already completed. So, you end up doing the exact same event again and again and again. When you're not competing, Paradise challenges you to explore the sprawling landscape, seeking out yellow-gated shortcuts and billboards to crash through. There are also specially marked ramps for you to launch yourself off, triggering a gorgeous cinematic of your flight. So, even when you're finished competing, there's still a lot to do. Even with the repetition and music issues, my biggest beef with Burnout Paradise is what isn't in the game. For all of the advancements Criterion made, for some ungodly reason, they took out some of the best features of the series. Crash mode is gone. It's been replaced by a flimsy substitute where you blow your car up and hop it, yes, hop it, into as many cars and buses as you can. Gone are the explosive puzzles of Burnout's past. They also took out Aftertouch and Crash Breakers. Now when you crash, you're done. You just wait to be respawned instead of having the chance to take down your opponents as well. One other thing that's gone now is car shunting. Though it made its debut only in the last game, Burnout Revenge, shunting instantly became a huge hit. Pun intended. You could literally bumper pedestrian traffic into your opponents, adding an exciting projectile-like aspect to the signature battle racing. Now, you hit another car, and you just die. Overall, despite my complaints, Burnout Paradise is a good game. I was just expecting more. With all of the changes they made, it just doesn't feel like the next chapter in a series that I've come to love. It's more of a mutation rather than an evolution. Interesting, but it won't really ensure survival. Oh well, there's always next time. Burnout Paradise is available now for the PS3 and Xbox 360.